Phoenix, just how special is it? I know it wasn't the result you wanted, but how special is it for the fans to be excited that you're back?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if they're that excited, but the fans have always been great here. The X Factor has been amazing. They've treated me so well. I had 8 great years here, so it's always nice to come back to Phoenix. I still live here in the off season. Yeah, no, it's a hard fought game, and Phoenix, they're obviously with BG and Beck Allen back in there, and I mean they're a dangerous team, and we just weren't good enough tonight.
And so tonight was the first game. It was 33 3-pointers tonight combined. That was the most in WNBA history. Was it just the battle between two teams that are in lead?
Was that question? Was that for me?
Danny,
I thought he was looking at you guys.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, I think we both of our defense wasn't probably, both coaches would say it probably wasn't where it needed to be, but on both teams, there's wonderful shooters. And so many individual players that obviously attract so much attention that the 3 was open. But I mean, we made a few more, but Phoenix came away. They shot a better percentage, and especially in that fourth quarter, they made some really big threes.
And Breanna, you have 400 3-pointers in your career plus 350 blocks. Just how special is that? Because you're the quickest player to do that in the WNBA.
I guess good. I think that sometimes there's so many like stats that it's hard to keep track, but honestly, I feel like personally it was good to see the 3-ball go in tonight. Just for myself, but continuing to make an impact on both ends of the court and doing what I do.
We'll go over to Zoom, starting with Miles.
Hey, Coach. Did you get an explanation on that KT offensive foul call from the referees at any point?
No, unfortunately. I mean, we looked back at it, but I had used my challenge earlier, so kind of bummed I did that now, because everyone kept telling me that could have been a 4-point, a 4-point play for us, and that kind of, could have changed the momentum of the game. You never know. It's a what if now, isn't it? So really no explanation at all. So hopefully I get one at some stage.
All right, thank you. And the defensive coverages on the 3s, it looked like you guys went away from some of the switching that we've been seeing on the perimeter. Was that a philosophy shift for this game, or was it an execution thing?
Yeah, I think it was an execution thing. We were supposed to switch a fair bit. We have our switching groups. I just think Diana's very crafty. We overreacted on any kind of penetration, and they're great shooters, especially, obviously Beck Allen had a great night, 5 from 7. That was pretty good for her. And then Diana, I mean, they really put the dagger in us when we left them open. But yeah, look, it wasn't a great defensive effort for us, but that's a team that obviously it's always going to be an offensive game against Phoenix.
Jackie.
Good evening, all. Stewie, I'll start with you. Obviously, this theme of defense and just how it wasn't what it should have been tonight. Obviously, there were 2 quarters where you all gave up almost 30 points. I'm just curious, what are some things about the defense tonight that maybe are unacceptable going forward as you look to sort of bounce back from this?
I mean, I would say, first of all, Phoenix is a really great offensive team. I think that we just needed to lock in on our coverages, and sometimes we're trying to get to our matchups when it's like there's a person right in front of us. So knowing like the importance of guarding your matchup, but also we were overrunning a little bit and kind of creating an offense for them. And it's something that we can just lock back in on. I think, Sandy touched on it. We have another incredible stretch coming up. So we go home and we lock back in.
I appreciate that. And Sandy, just about that call where Leo's free throws were overturned, I'm just curious if you felt like there was maybe a momentum shift after that, because there was a lot of, you all were on a bit of a run there.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's how the game is, isn't it? We'll fight and we'll claw our way back in. We did it, and then calls go against us, and sometimes that's basketball, but it's unfortunate. Obviously, they said that was successful, and what can we say? So, I mean, for me, I just kind of, hindsight, wish we had a challenge that ours was successful, so we could have challenged the KT one, because, that would have been a big momentum change as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, all. Thank you for being here at this hour. Sorry it didn't go your way for tonight. Coach, I will start with you. If there's one positive you can glean from this game, is that each member of the bench, all three who played, had a positive plus minus tonight. How proud are you of their efforts in this game, particularly over this busy stretch, particularly with a busy stretch of basketball coming up?
Yeah, no, I think it was, it's big for us and we keep, well, I suppose they don't play a ton of minutes, but they're very valuable minutes when we need them. And I thought they came out and gave us great energy and gave us exactly what we needed. So, yeah, they have to just, continue to stay ready.
And Sabrina, for you in the fourth quarter, what did Phoenix do so differently in guarding the 3-point line, considering you guys were only able to get one in the final period?
Yeah, I mean, they were up to touch, obviously understanding that that's what we were getting in the first half. I believe that was their kind of adjustment going into the second half, was just fighting over and contesting a lot of those shots more, continuing to kind of build a wall behind the ball and make things difficult. And obviously with them scoring, we weren't running out in transition as much as we were in the first half.
Appreciate your time and insight. Safe travels home.
Lucas?
Thank you. I just have one question for Sandy. You played against BG tonight, which you didn't in the first matchup, and I'm just wondering how, when you're on defense, how her gravity as a screener, as a rim roller impacted things tonight, if it maybe led to some breakdowns on the perimeter, like sort of a snowball
I
effect.
think, and she was a great screener. We didn't, she hit us on the screen a fair bit. That it forced it a little bit of a switch and over rotation behind the ball, and that created a lot of easier looks for them. Especially a team that shoots three so well. But BG's she's a big body, that's for sure. We don't navigate around those screens, and you got a great passer in Diana just being able to get her the ball as well. So yeah, that hurt us definitely.
Thank you.
Russell?
Yeah, a question for Stewie. 4 for 4 from 3 tonight after you had struggled for a lot of the year. Wondering, you feel any differently out there shooting, or is this, as you've said in the past, like the law of averages kind of evening things out?
Yeah, I mean, I think I was just continuing to be confident, be aggressive. Little things like keeping the ball tight, and getting my legs underneath me. But I know I'm a great shooter. So I think that, the shots that didn't fall earlier in the season, like I knew eventually they're gonna.
Thank you.
We'll take one more from Jennifer.
Jennifer Porty from Let's Talk Women in Basketball. Was there anything unexpected that the Phoenix Mercury did that threw your strategy out?
Not really. We knew it was going to probably be a high scoring game. I think in the fourth quarter they put more pressure on us, obviously Cloud and Beck Allen on Sabrina too. That's a lot of length. She's a great defender. We still miss some open ones, but I thought we just kind of rushed it a little bit. So I mean, like I said, credit to them. I think they shot 66% in the fourth, and we had 29. We're a way better scoring team than that. So look, we'll regroup. Sometimes a losses are great for the of lessons that we can learn, and we've got a busy schedule coming up, so we'll learn from this and then move on and get ready for LA.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone.
Appreciate it.